Hi guys, so it's Nancy here and I'm back with my first video for my Hey Little Magpie blog post this month. And if you've watched my previous video, you'll know I have bought a lot of these speciality papers. They're all from different collections, but I decided this would help me sort of spur on to use some of my 6x6 paper pads. I said recently in my stash clear out, I have way too many 6x6 paper pads. A lot of them are kind of like half used, so I decided that in buying these speciality papers, it was going to help me, just kind of kickstart me to actually use up some of these paper pads. I did also buy the Spring Fling die cut pack as well, and this kind of prompted me to find this photo. And this is a photo of me eating a lovely piece of chocolate gâteau cake, and my boyfriend's fork is coming in to steal it, hence why I have a rather perturbed look on my face. So I actually pulled out the Wonder 6x6 paper pad for this, and I've also said those are the Spring Fling ones, and actually the Wonder and the Spring Fling go quite well together really. So I've just printed my picture up at just under 4x6, and I did decide to mount this layout because it had all those arrows. I decided it was going to need something just to contain them because it was all just going off the edge. So just putting that sort of dark brown, well, it's basically like more of an orangey brown, around the edge was just going to mean that it was all contained. So I just picked a real selection of the papers here. I tend to take like half-used papers or papers that I've cut down and just stick them back in the paper pads. So a lot of my paper pads kind of just have loads of scraps in them, so I need to use them up. So that's what I'm just tucking here around the edge. And I kind of quite like this because it helps, you know, look like you've got lots of layers and stuff. I mean, I don't mind actually using layers and using whole bits because I have so much stash, but just getting these little bits and pieces out of out of my stash is quite good. So just building up my normal cluster, and this is something that, you know, is pretty normal for me to do, if just take bits and kind of have a offshoot on one of the sides just to, I don't know, just kind of like carry the eye over. And that's where I'm going to put my embellishment cluster on that gold and turquoise tag. So there was this kind of, it looks like a wood slice blackboard piece that said hello. I wasn't going to use hello. A lot of the pieces in the Spring Fling collection were kind of more for card making. So I'm just going to actually just cover it up with one of the cake die cuts. So actually it worked out fine. I have one of the 6x6 sort of scaled down versions of the cut parts, and I'm just going through those and seeing what I can add on here. And one of them says so sweet, and I'm also going to use the one that says wonderful. And as I said, the teal within those Spring Fling and Wonder work really well together. So I'm just doing this. I did manage to rip my paper. I do this, I think, every time. But yeah, I did manage to rip my paper. I also managed to not get that on very straight. And then I went and put it back on, and it still wasn't straight. But in the end, I just thought I really can't be bothered. So just left it. I'm not going to stress about it. So there's actually pretty minimal embellishment on this because I really wanted to kind of show all those arrows pointing to this photo and more pointing to my boyfriend's fork coming in at the bottom of that picture. I'm just using my crocodile there just to punch a hole in that little tag. I end up covering up that tag piece anyway. So this is one of the vellum doilies that were in the Spring Fling collection, and that just helps mute out some of that gold as well. I'm just going to layer up those cake pieces, and I do end up popping one of those on a piece of 3D foam as well. You got quite a lot of die cuts in that collection pack, so that was quite good. So here I'm just sticking in all these different little labels and tags and things I had. Just kind of getting everything just to work together. And I kind of quite like just sticking like little labels and tags and things in. It just, I don't know, I just think it just adds some layers and texture. I do realise toward the end though that there's nowhere for me to do journaling on here, so I do have to add a tag above that cluster, because this paper has foiling all over, and to write on it I think would be a little bit of a nightmare, so I do end up just sticking a little tag there. So I'm just popping a few little bits up on 3D foam, and I'm just using my big reel of 3D foam that I had. I bought 3 reels I think a while back. I do like popping up layers. I've got so many like half-used die cut packs, so I've keep my die cuts in these little pots and things, so I'm just kind of going through trying to get them used up. I found this tag, and this tag actually did have some gold foil on it, but there was nowhere that I could get that to be seen, so I end up just chopping that off and then tucking it. I think I tuck it down there, or maybe it doesn't end up getting on here. I can't quite remember. Oh yes, I think I ended up cutting it off, sorry, because I don't like the round piece on it. And that again is just going to bring a little bit of that cream down there to the bottom, just to kind of balance that out. So I'm just going through my little tote here. I did sort this out recently, and this stores all my smaller letter stickers. So they are mainly the Simple Stories Snap, the Jelly Bean Soup ones. I have the little Tim Holtz ones. I have the little Teresa Collins ones. I also have my little small letter tile stickers. Again, most of them are from Snap Simple Stories. So they are all in there, and it's just easy to grab. So I'm just using those small Jelly Bean Soup stickers to put my title down, which is "Don't Touch My Cake," and I'm going to put like a little other subtitle that says "Back Away," just because it was funny. And I was like, take a picture of me and my cake, and then he went to steal my cake. Well, he actually went to steal the profiterole that was sitting on top of the chocolate cake. And these are great. They're a grey and cream sticker, and there's not any grey really on here, but there's not much black either. You know, so grey just kind of goes, because that wood blackboard sort of slab piece isn't black, so the grey kind of went quite well. So I'm going to just put the date on here as well. And then I'm going to just reach, I was going to possibly use these, which are the LA Studio Let's Eat, but they were just on a white background, so they didn't work, which is quite annoying. So I'm just going to pull out these Simple Stories, and again, these came on white and cream, so that made them really easy to fit in. So I'm just going to I'm just going to fit a few of those around the page, and I'm going to change that one that says wonderful into like seriously wonderful, because the cake was pretty good. So I'm just sticking a few of these around, and just balancing out over the layout. So I really like this. I love this piece of paper, which is by My Mind's Eye. So do go over to the blog, because you can see all of the layouts that I created, and also all the links to the shop where these papers are. So thank you very much, guys. I will be back, I think, with another 4 videos, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye!